Hi, Mark Bruno with Printing News and PrintingNews.com, and we're back on day 2 of GRAPH EXPO 2015. And joining us now is Scott Scheidenhelm. Did I pronounce that right, Scott?
Absolutely.
And he, excuse me, he is the Senior Manager of Product Marketing within the Services and Solutions Division of Ricoh. So welcome.
Hey, good to be here.
Thank you. Scott, you've announced a few new or enhanced software products at the show this year. Can you tell us a little bit about more of your offerings and what people can come and see at the booth?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, we've got a great contingent of our partners in the booth, and a number of them have got new software offerings. In the MIS space, we've got some new integrations with Avanti, with RSA, one of our partners. We've got some new offerings in the way of Make Ready. And in our own space, first and foremost, really one of the most exciting things is version 4.0 of our Total Flow portfolio, which would include Prep, Path, and Print and Production Manager. That suite of products really serves I'll say it's in the wheelhouse of our Ricoh marketplace from a software and solutions perspective, and the services that we deliver with that. In addition to software, I think one of the key elements would be our consulting services that we align with that. So Ricoh has recently announced our Production Consulting Services group, and that team is a collection of subject matter experts who all have real-world experience running operations centers here in the U.S. and elsewhere. We've brought them together into a single consulting group that's brought a lot of value, and the value is not so much in the software, but the ability to correctly apply and deploy the software. So
tell us a little bit about the impact that you believe these products are having on the market and why they're having an impact in your mind, Scott.
Sure. So, across the board, I'll say in general, the software products are more integrated. From a workflow perspective, we're seeing better value because the products are able to intertwine. Data being passed back and forth between disparate products it is a huge advantage for our customers. And so they're able to do more with the same, whether it's the same amount of hardware, the same staff, etc. They're being more productive and at a lower cost.
And in your mind and in Ricoh's mind, who's the core audience, so to speak, for these products?
It depends. You could have with Marcom Central, it could be a CMO. On the MIS side, you're going to have a classic operations IT audience, if you will. So it's going to vary, and that's a good thing. So we're seeing a larger audience pay attention to our software and realize that there's value there.
And take us, if you will, behind the scenes of product development within Ricoh and especially these software products. How do you guys decide what to bring to market, and what's the project cycle on some of these things? Is it all across the board, or is it?
So from a Ricoh product development perspective, we're looking at the marketplace. We're looking at marketplace trends, and obviously we've got a large install base of customers we're gathering information from, and we're talking to them about their challenges. So whether we're talking to a commercial printer, an implant, etc., we're asking them, where are you at today? What are your most significant challenges from a software perspective, from a workflow process perspective, from a manpower perspective? And we're taking all that back and we're sitting down and having a conversation with ourselves and saying, okay, where do we head there from a strategy perspective? And where do we build on software we already have in the portfolio? And what do we develop brand new? And so you'll see continual enhancement, like with our Total Flow, Path, Prep, Print and Production Manager, new version, new functionality, and a really robust new end user interface for those products. You'll see integrations with Avanti, with Ricoh Process Director, and other solutions in the marketplace. So you're going to see almost a constant evolution, if you will, of either new products or enhancements to existing products, and it's categorically built around customer requirements. We're not out there building in a vacuum. We're going to take that input and build accordingly.
So basically, you're getting input and feedback from customers, bringing it back, figuring out what needs to be done, and then you bring in the engineers and they figure out how to do it?
Absolutely.
Okay, interesting.
Absolutely. And when you take the real world experience from people like our consulting team, a lot of our SEs, if you will, that have customer experience and have come to Ricoh, they know what a user is looking for, how they use a product, and what they expect. And we fold that into what the customers have shared with us, and we come to a good point, if you will, from a target of what does that product need to do upon release. Or if we have a product, what do we need to do next to make it more beneficial to the customer? And typically in these days, it's also doing more with less, so we're actually looking at lower price points on software with more functionality, so more bang for the buck for our customer.
Interesting. Well, we look forward to coming over to the booth and walking through a few demos, and hopefully we'll see you over there.
All right, love to have you.
Thanks, Scott.
No, thank you, appreciate it.